Peaks and valleys. That's a heavy one to first question here in the interview. Yeah, I mean, someone told me life is, it's 20 minutes yes and it's 20 minutes no. And if you start to expect anything else, I mean, really you're expecting something that can't happen. I mean, so those are your peaks and those are your valleys. And for me, the peaks are good, they're fine. The valleys can get to a point where I don't know how to deal with them, and that's what influences my music. So I mean, it's like, I guess if you're asking me, I'd say the valleys influence my music. Does that answer your question? No, I don't actually. I can tell you, my dad had two guitars that just kind of always sat there, and one day I was just like, what are these? And I kind of just started from there and learned on my own just a couple of little things. The first 10 seconds of like 50 Metallica songs, and then I decided to really pursue it. But in terms of my family, I got some cousins and everything that are phenomenal musicians, but in the nuclear family, that was pretty much just guitars were there. That's it. Good story. I was on a camp out. I was in Boy Scouts, and I was in Tuskegee, Wisconsin, and it was around my probably my 10th birthday, like 10 to 11th birthday, because I remember I turned that age then. We smuggled in a radio because we weren't supposed to, and Metallica's Fuel came on. And my life just got different. I mean, I still consider that one of the most pivotal points in my life is hearing that song. And all of a sudden, I took these guitars that my dad had that I was talking about, and I that's where it started, and it snowballed from there, and that's where I am today. For younger musicians, they could probably give me more advice than I could to them. So that's all I got. My main guitar right now is a Mini Martin. It's an LX1 something with a solid spruce top. I love that guitar. It's a travel guitar. That's what I usually use to write on. Other guitars, I have an Ovation Celebrity, Dean Exotica, Fender Strat. In terms of amps, I've got a Marshall JCM 600, which is weird. I use a lot of Boss pedals. The only guitar pick that exists for me is the Dunlop 1mm USA nylons. I've got a Dean mandolin. I think that kind of covers it. I have been writing music. I said I picked up the guitar, I don't know, something like I was 10 or something like that. I've been writing music basically since I picked up the guitar. I remember the very first thing I ever wrote was like something about dying is a part of living, try not to cry when others die, and something like that. So I mean, that whole death thing has been going on for, I'm almost 27, so it's 16 years or something. I've always, found solace in writing, and I mean that's perfect manifestation of that. That's how long I've been writing, Why do I write the music that I write? it allows me to say what I can't say socially or appropriately, or it gives me the opportunity to express exactly what's going on up here, which is, I don't understand it sometimes, but it gives me that opportunity, I guess, in a socially acceptable way, to say what I'm thinking, feeling, doing, and I just get inspired by things, and that's why I write what I write. Politically, next. After all these years, music's just what's kept me going. I don't know where I'd be if not for music. You may know I'm a music therapist. I'm a board certified music therapist. I have a bachelor's degree in it from Berklee College of Music in Boston. And I really turned to music, and I turned my ability to sing and my ability to play guitar, I turned it into a career. So just by that alone, I have to play a guitar every day, and if I'm sitting down playing a guitar, something's gonna come out of it. So I've been, yeah, I can definitely see how the content of my music could be uncomfortable. I mean, it's in a lot of ways that's what I go for. I mean, I've said it before, if it's not honest, it's not art, and I've always wanted to make art. I'd sometimes even go say I make art more than I make music, but really, if it makes you uncomfortable, don't listen to it. But if it makes you uncomfortable, maybe you should listen to it. I write the music that I would have needed earlier in life, and the music that I need now. And I'm not the only one out there that's doing it. And to be honest, it's not music for the masses. It's just not. But love it or hate it, Opportunity to collaborate with one. Oh gosh. Oh man. I mean, a better question was, who would want to have the opportunity to collaborate with me? That's a better honor. No. I'm just joking. I would love to have met Robert Johnson. I would have loved to have met that guy. I mean, that's all I got for right now with that one. I mean, there's all of my favorite bands, yeah. But I'm thinking almost like posthumously. I think Robert Johnson would be it. Yeah, a little bit. The only reason I can tell you a little bit is because it's still brewing. Honestly, part of the thing that's fun about this is I booked time for October 13th or 14th or something with Josh Antonicchio up in Athens, Ohio, foothills of the Appalachians. It's going to be pretty awesome. So I kind of got a time crunch. But I can tell you it's probably going to be 7 songs, toying around with some ideas of the title, one of which is Intravenous Marionettes. Some of the song titles, I posted some of the song titles, so that's whatever, but I can tell you Sam Gample's playing drums on it. It's going to be more minimalistic than some other stuff that I've done, but honestly, that's really all I can tell you. I would tell you more if I knew. That's it. Terrifying. I mean, there's something that they're made to do something that somebody else wants them to make, and they have absolutely no choice about it. And besides, they just look creepy, and they're humanoid, and just they're just creepy. And I am enamored of things that, you know, are like that. But intravenous. Vic Chestnut has a song where he says intravenous Demerol, and the idea of that is escaping pain by the means of something else. So if something else is manipulating your pain, whether you have control over it or not, that's why I was interested in it, and it piqued a lot of ideas for me artistically. Wait. Are you seriously asking me that? Was this interview staged? Yes. Do you notice the strategic incense smoke and the fact that the camera angle hasn't moved, and mostly the fact that nobody has asked me these questions? So yes, America, this interview was staged. Check it out. I did it myself. I'm pretty excited. See? Boom. There's the rest of my apartment. Ain't nobody on the outside. But hey, look. Even if you didn't fall for it, if you fell for it, put your thinking cap on.